Hello there, welcome to Penpositive. This is Vinod Narayan. Thanks for tuning in or listening. No, watching, subscribing, whatever it is. Thank you. So, I've not been doing a journal. So, this is a Penpositive journal. I've not been doing journal for quite few weeks because I got busy with a few things. And so I thought before the next year starts, maybe we'll do one session, one journal about how this year was and what I look forward for the next year and how this channel is going to be and what I'm going to bring forth in this channel in the coming year. So that's what this video is all about. So before I start, I think this year was okay. This year was good, better than the previous year. I know when the year ends, one thing that comes to mind is how privileged I am, even to be able to sit here and make a video and post it. I think that by itself is privilege. Still, we complain, we crib about a lot of things in life, and when you read, when you listen to other people's stories, when you hear people talk about what they've gone through, you realize that you sometimes don't have the right to crib and complain about things, and we don't show enough gratitude and thankfulness for what we have. I'm not a believer, but I think whether you believe, not believe, having gratitude, having thankful to whatever you want to be thankful for, I think that is part of being human in one way or the other. So that's the main thought that comes to me at the end of the year is being thankful, having gratitude, knowing that I'm very privileged, and understanding that there are a lot of people who are less privileged than me, and then that also brings me to the point that I've not probably done anything really significant to help people who are less privileged than me. That's just being honest there. Want to change that in the next year. And when I look back again in the year 2021, I did read. I read mostly nonfiction, history, technology, business, memoirs, and I read probably two or three fiction. About 20-25 books I would have read, and I think I'm contented with the reading that has been done. Could have done more, but I think that is okay. About 25 books a year is pretty okay. And some books are small, some books are. I think the largest book that I read was about 760 pages. It's a history book by Ramchandra Guha on Indian history post Gandhi. So I think it was good. Reading was good. I'm happy. Health, or rather exercise, being active. I think I'm happy with that too, because what I set out during the start of the year, I have been content with what I was able to do. Though there's a lot of changes that has happened. I started out with one regiment, and then I changed from that, and I moved it. And over the period, I figured out that the body is getting older. This was the year also when I turned 50. So you realize that you can't do things like you used to do earlier. But still, I think with the passing of age and with realizing my growing age and mortality and everything, I think I'm happy with what I've done, and I think how things have been moving. So I'm pretty clear on how that. I'm not doing anything new or drastic in the new year. I'm just continuing on reading and on exercising and being active. I think I'm doing the same thing. But diet and all those things, I think this year has been okay, but there's the significant room for significant improvement on that quarter. It's been going to be 2 years since I quit smoking, so one whole year without smoking. I think that's also probably changed a lot. It has added all its advantages, obvious and seen and unseen advantages that might be there to the body and to the people that you interact with, probably. And obviously, the financial benefits of not doing it. So that's a good thing. Um, Other than that, I think slowly this is the year when we really started meeting people, going for get-togethers, and trying to be more normal. Even though this year also we have not gone to the office, it has all been work from home, and that has taken its toll, because when you really look at work, it's all about people, it's all about interaction with people. And then there is only so much that online meetings and chats and Slack and Zoom and all those things can really do. While they are the only choices for us when we are working from home, I think there's more to work life than just that. So I'm looking forward for that time when I'll have to go and work. Uh, Sorry, I don't edit my videos, so excuse me. So, well, now one thing, when people go back to work, if they have to go back to work, one of the things is, if you have a 2 hours commute, that 2 hours is something that you have to figure out how to, where do you gain that 2 hours from, because that 2 hours of your life is also now jam packed. You're doing something or the other for the 2 hours. It's not just standing there unused, so that you can use it when you go back to the office. So I think one of the main challenges most of the people are going to have is finding this 2 hours every day to commute to and back from office. But anyway, but we'll get used to that as well after some time. And one thing I want to really point out is that on the exercise side, one of the things that really I've started doing is that getting up in the morning and dancing. And I don't used to dance and all, and I don't think I can. But so I had this problem when I get up in the morning and do exercises, because body is stiff. So anything that you want to do, there's always a big inertia to get doing. So that first 2-3 minutes is torture, and after that it's okay. But when I decided that I'll put on this party songs and dance first thing in the morning about 5:15, uh, it really changed the way I look at that day. Because one thing is that you can start dancing pretty well without, there's not going to be a torture. And then you start smiling, then you feel good, then you start doing. What I do is that I put on the TV. So when I put the TV on, so I put this 30 minutes dance exercise or something like that. And different, on YouTube, you can see different videos like that. So you put one of that. They would be doing some stuff and you'd be doing your own stuff. And sometimes you see them doing something and you said, that's interesting. So you try to do that step when you dance. So, and you also don't feel that you're dancing alone. You don't look like a fool. Like on the screen you can see some people dancing, and you're just dancing in your living room. And I think that even though you're not doing the same thing, even though you're not dancing to the same tunes, but at least it feels less alone, and feels that you're part of a party in the morning itself. So I just want to share that, because I think that really made getting up in the morning and starting to be active much more easier and sustainable and manageable for me. And in 30 minutes when I dance, so about 3,200 3,300 steps is what I take, which is similar to a brisk walk. And I think that's good with music, listening to it. And the end of it, other exercises when I do, I don't even sweat. And this thing, you really sweat it. Anyway, so I wanted to share that with you. So now that's about this year. But let's look at the year 2022. So today, when I'm recording and putting this, it is December 31st, the last day of the month. So I thought, instead of having this journal every week, I will probably have this journal every 15th and every last day of the month. So that means you would probably have about 24 of these kind of videos every year. So we'll talk about the books that I read. We'll talk about the articles that I like, more like a bi-weekly journal or something. I do a daily journal on Penpositive Outclass as a podcast where I write on a daily basis. You can go to penpositiveoutclass.com, or you can listen to Penpositive Outclass as a journal, as a podcast on Spotify, on Apple, on Ghana, Google Podcast, any major podcasting platforms. But that's a daily journal. But this, I think, as a bi-weekly journal, talking about anything, maybe there is one major topic that I'll talk about, and then I'll talk about a few things that came to mind, things that I encountered, good and bad things that probably I think I should share. And why am I sharing these things? I think the reason I'm sharing this is probably there might be something or the other. If at least one or two people, at least even one person listens to this and watches this video and gets something positive out of it, something that they could take home and change. I think that what I did, it has proved significant enough. So that's the whole reason I'm doing this. And I can't do it every week because I'm also thinking about reducing my social media usage next year, which is sometimes very difficult because you have a committed content creation process, which is I do 2 podcasts, I do this channel over here, I read books, I review the books, and I review the books in my personal YouTube channel, Vinod Narayan, and I have another YouTube channel that I do in Malayalam. So there's a lot of content that I create. I don't consume a lot of content, but I create a lot of content, and that takes a significant amount of time. But I found that there's also a lot of time I spend in some posts that I make on social media, and then there might be a controversial post, and I might probably get into this whole argument and everything, and that takes a lot of time. So probably just removing that out of my schedule in itself would save me a lot of time. So that's Penpositive Journal, the last journal of the year. But it's also kind of the first journal for the next year, because when I am publishing this on the 31st, there might be places where it's already first when you're watching. So I will see you all again every 15th of the month and every last day of the month. So that's when Penpositive Journal or this YouTube channel will be open. Do subscribe to the channel. Do share it with people who you think this might be adding value to them. And you can also be part of our active learning community, which I run at penpositive.com, and be part of it. There are a few questions, answer that, write in detail, and request to join, and I'll let you in. You guys take care. Be content. Be pen positive. Stay safe. And please be kind. Thank you.